is wrong with me? Okay.
Yeah, I'm lit in this bitch. I for sure weak in this bitch. I wanna stick. Lit.
I'm Camille. Welcome to my channel. Subscribe. I'm not a YouTuber, so don't expect anything impressive, but I'm just doing the Black Girl Magic tag in honor of February, which is Black History Month, you know? So I'm just doing my duty. Like, I'm trying to make up for the tomfoolery that has gone on for the past February, you guys. Like, just trying to spread some light, out there. Let me just get into the tag. So, let's see, this is the questions. The Black Girl Magic tag. Okay, what is your origin and what was your experience there growing up as a black girl? So, I'm from Louisiana, but I'm also from Ohio because I was born in Louisiana and we grew up there till like 3rd grade, and then we moved to Ohio and I stayed there till 6th grade, and then we came back to Louisiana and I was there until my junior year, and now I'm in Texas my senior year. So many places. Let's see, what was my experience? So when I lived in Louisiana, it was very I spent a lot of time. I was a nerd. Like, I read Spider-Man comic books. I watched Power Rangers. Like, I was a nerd, so I never really had a lot of friends, to be honest. But I was really mostly surrounded by a lot of all white people. Like, my school was like mostly white. I honestly, in my life, until like now, well, until last year, I never really had a group of friends who were black. I know that sounds so bad, but I was naive, y'all. Like, I was a little whitewashed, but we're gonna get into that later. So, let's see. Elementary school, I just was big chilling, I wasn't really doing much, doing my coloring books, doing my thing. So, there wasn't really much to that time frame right now. Like, there wasn't much there. So then, Ohio is when it gets interesting. So 3rd grade through 6th grade is when I really got like my social life together. It was popping. Like, I was being invited places. Like, my friends really liked me. But by then, I never really thought much about like my identity as a black girl then. Like, I knew I was black, obviously. Like, I knew I was black, but I never acknowledged it in a way that, like, I never thought that it made me different. Like, I never thought I was being treated differently because I was black. So that's kind of how that went. And so then fast forward to what was the day? Fast forward to middle school. When I came back to Louisiana, which was when I kind of started realizing I was black. That sounds horrible, but started realizing I was black because, again, I used to go to mostly white school, but then I moved, and then my school was majority. It was a good mix, but it was like majority black, majority white. That makes no sense, but it was kind of an even mix of people, so it wasn't like one group was more obvious than the other. So I kind of was in between. I hung out with the emo kids and like maybe one other black nerd like me who liked K-pop and like anime and all that stuff, and we were all in band and we were just kind of all together. Like, we were all like our own little group of losers, and it was great and I enjoyed it a lot. And so I did get bullied a lot. I remember the colorism was real, y'all. Like, I heard some horrible things. Like, back then I wasn't too cute, like I was a solid 4.5. Like, your girl was not popping then. Like, she was still a caterpillar, and I wasn't insecure. I never thought I was, well, no, I shouldn't say I was insecure. Let me get this straight. There was a time in my life where I did not I thought I was so like dark, and I did not like myself like at all. Like, I wanted straight hair, I wanted lighter skin, I was tired of being picked on, and the people who picked on me were other black people, black guys, black girls, literally were the ones who picked on me, calling me like a slave and like telling me my hair was ugly because your girl had shaved it all off in middle school. Your girl went natural. She had like a whole Willow Smith, like whole dead Willow Smith cut. It was cute except for the fact that my head was the shape of a pumpkin, so like it wasn't that cute. But you know, at the time I thought it was poppin', and I didn't give a what anybody thought, so I was a little bit of an outcast. But then, but yeah, so the bullying kind of continued, and I remember my 8th grade year I got braids and I joined band, like the band, not like the like bad band, but like the symphonic band. And that's when I really started getting friends. Like people really liked me for some reason, don't know why, but that's when I really started to assimilate. And by this time I still didn't really give much thought to being black at the time. I remember this. I remember literally hating, like I didn't want to date black guys, and I think it was because I've been bullied so much by them and heard so many like colorist and awful things that I wasn't attracted to them at all. Like I had some black friends who were girls, but mostly like white girls and like 1 or 2 white guys who were my friends. And so I did not, like, no, the girl was not down with the divine energy that is black love. So at the time I was just kind of swishing by, and I super got into K-pop, and then I had a horrible weeaboo phase. Like I literally realized 5 different cultures before I realized I was black. Your girl like identified with Japanese. Your girl really thought she was Korean. Like no. Girl like identified with Japanese. Your girl really thought she was Korean. Like if y'all can see the pictures, like the girl really thought she was Korean. She really thought she was cute, and she had like, she tried to do like the bangs with like box braids, and it was a mess, but that's kind of how that was. And then you got to high school, and I went to an all girls private school, and it was majority white. Like it was very, very white, which I love the school. It was really great, but that's kind of when I started to realize, oh girl, you were black, like you were not assimilated, like you're not in the group. And so I kind of went through this identity crisis, and I think freshman year is when I really kind of became friends with other black people, but they were rude. So that's another story for another time, but they were not my cup of tea. But I did started to think more about colorism and about racism, and there are a lot of instances that happened at that school that made me realize that, you know, there are a lot of issues that I can't just hide stuff, and a lot of things happened to me. It was like my peers were constantly reminding me that during my freshman and sophomore year I was still kind of like slugging around, still kind of gross. So yeah, but it was mostly, girl, why am I still on the first question? But yeah, it was a time, you know, it was a moment. So next thing, name a black thing that was done in your household. Okay, let's see. When you hear gospel music, when you hear Maxwell, when you hear any R&B on Sunday morning, you know that you was about to get out there, you about to get the vacuum, and you was about to clean, okay? All your siblings, you about to wash dishes, you about to do clothes, you about to, you know, ain't no going outside. So that was kind of one, I guess, black thing that I did in my household. So what's your favorite traditional dish? I guess I'm vegan, so a lot of the dishes I ate as a kid I don't really eat anymore, so I'd say cornbread dressing. My mom makes the best, the most bomb vegan cornbread dressing. It's amazing, okay? Like, I look forward to it every year. I ask her every minute, second of the day to make cornbread dressing. It is pumping, okay? It's great. So there's that. Name something you didn't appreciate as a black woman that you do now. My hair. Y'all, freshman and sophomore year, my hair would not grow. Like, baby girl, I had like 2 inches of hair for like 5 years. I've been natural since middle, like, but my hair never grew well. No, I can't say middle school. I'll say freshman year. I've been natural since freshman year, and my hair literally didn't start growing till after I left that private school. I'm homeschooled now, but after I left that private school, because every morning I would wake up, I would get a pick. Okay, you girl, this is so sad. I would get a pick. I would rake, okay, honey, rake through my hair. I would spray it with water. I would do swish, swish, swish with some Talia Wajid, some Camille Rose, call it a day. Every day. Sometimes your girl would wear a headscarf to school. I would get to school an hour early, go to the bathroom, swish, 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 and get a pick and rake through my hair. Hair follicles was falling out, screaming on the floor. It was not cute. Like, that is why my hair did not grow freshman and sophomore year. And my hair, my 4C hair, she's thriving now. She's cute now, but back then, I'm so sad that I did that. Like, I really wish I had taken care of my hair, and it would have just taken me some extra time. And that school was really, as a college prep school, so it was really hard academically. So I think I kind of just took it for granted, and I never thought it was going to grow, and I never thought I could do anything with it. And I always wanted braids. I wanted to straighten it. I never wanted to perm it, because perm smells like bleach. Okay, it smells like something you should be cleaning the floor with. And if it smells like you should be cleaning the floor, I'm not gonna put that in my head. Like, I never want to perm my hair. So facts, let's get that straight. But I did, want box braids. I always wanted super long hair. I wanted like looser textured hair, but now I'm like 4C queen, So I'm glad that I appreciate that now. Name your favorite vlogger, influencer right now, and why? Okay, so my favorite YouTuber right now, I say, y'all, am I the only one who doesn't remember names of YouTubers? Like, I just remember their face. Like, I don't remember their names, but y'all, why can't I remember none of these people's names? I feel so bad. There's this guy, I think his name is Adrian Expression. He's like a gossip news channel, and he's so funny. Like, I love that dude. He's literally my favorite channel right now. I binged all his videos. He's so good. Let's see. Which Black sitcom character represents you and why? Okay, y'all. I'm a huge cartoon artist fanatic. Like, I love stuff like that, and you think, Camille, know the answer to this, and I don't, because to tell y'all the truth, there aren't really any characters that I identify with. Like, I can't even think of one. I'm trying to think. I honestly can't think of a character that. Oh, okay. I don't know if y'all are theater nerds. I'm a theater nerd, but there's a character in Raisin in the Sun. Her name is Benita. That's me. Benita is me. If you read Raisin in the Sun, you know that play. Shout out to you. That's me. So it's not really a sitcom, but it's a play, so I'm gonna count that. Who do you have to thank for your black girl magic? My mom. She is the boss. She is everything, honey. Like, she just gets stuff done. Like, she's just so intelligent, and just singing in the kitchen with her is one of my favorite pastimes, and she just really encouraged me to think critically. She encouraged my critical thinking, and she really encouraged me to be myself. She never, if I came to her and I said, Mom, I want to dress like Andy Biersack, I want to dress like Panic at the Disco, I want to be emo like the white kid, she'd be like, okay, do what you want. Did I look crazy? But did she deny me or tell me how to be black? No, she never did. She never discouraged me or told me how to be black. So my mom is definitely number one for that. And then, what would you like to tell other black girls? Magical black girls? What would you like to tell other magical black boys and girls? To my black girls. Find your divine feminine energy. Feminine energy doesn't have to be dresses or makeup or hair. No, it's more like a divine black girl. A divine black girl is whoever she wants to be. And she doesn't listen to anyone. She doesn't let anyone tell her who to be. She is a weed that grows through concrete sidewalk, doing whatever she wants. Don't let anybody tell you who you need to be as a black girl, because at the end of the day, skin tone is just your skin tone, and no matter who you are, you're going to be black. No matter what you do, you will always be a black girl. So just remember that nothing you do can discredit your blackness. Point blank, period. To my black boys smile more. There's this campaign, Black Boys Smile, and I love it so much. And I want y'all to smile more. Just don't be afraid to be not emotional, but don't be afraid to be emotional, to express yourself in an artistic way. If you want to draw, go draw. If you want to read a picture of Dorian Gray, go read a portrait of Dorian Gray. If you want to become an English professor, become an English professor. You don't have to let the black community and black culture tell you who you should be as a black boy. So that's my video. Oh my goodness.